Hey, there we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Gerard. This is my little brother Alex. The invisible guy is JR, and this is the GAJ podcast. Yeah. Man, hope everybody's having a good week.
Happy final weekend of dry January.
Let me change this a little bit.
Let me close my window so people don't hear me talking like an idiot.
Ain't no thing. Yeah, welcome back to another episode. It's as of this recording, it's January 30th. As Alex mentioned, it's the end of dry January, and if you haven't noticed from the banner, it was just our dad's birthday, so happy birthday, Daddy. Hope you're doing well. Love you. Miss you. And as a side note, to my brother from another mother, one of my best friends for, 35 years now, and really an extension of our family, David, happy birthday, brother. Love you, miss you. Should be seeing you soon. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, yeah, it's the end of January. Oh, by the way, if you've been with us before, welcome back. If you're finding us for the first time, thanks for checking us out. Either way, hopefully you like what we're doing enough to like the episode. Maybe you want to support us and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know that what am I doing? So you know when our new episodes are out. And if this is your first time with us, hopefully you'll consider becoming a new subscriber. And either way, we'd love for you to put a comment in the comments, a wavy emoji in the comments so we know you're there. And we'd love to shout you out. If you prefer to stay more anonymous, you can always write us a note, contribution, ideas, whatever, and send them to an email address. That email address is gagepodcast@gmail.com. All right, guys. It's one of those things that we all do every day for the most part, unless you're super fasting. Well, that too. But that's usually more of a post activity. I don't know. Sometimes it's a pre-activity, but it's all about eating. It's all about mom's kare. Yeah, that's right. It's the food. It's the foods. The foods. Anak. All right. And why don't we lead off with Mom? Actually, let me bring that up here for all y'all. Oh shoot, I accidentally closed it. That was smart. Batting 1,000 today, folks. Batting 1,000 today. All right, so. Oh, is this it? This is it, yeah. Nope, this is not it. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. There it is. Good Lord. All right, Mom's dinner this past Wednesday was a pasta alfredo. Looks like macaroni noodles or elbow pasta with alfredo sauce, shrimps, and spinach. So I think I have a better picture. Yep, there it is. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Kept the shrimps on the more meaty side, which in a pasta like that, I think I kind of like that. And I'm a big fan of the leafy green spinach. So that is what Mom had for dinner and her contribution to kare. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for supporting everything we do. And Alex has something ready to go. Yep, let's see it. Hell,
let's go for some Filipino food, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Missed that last week.
That's a strong sip. All right, let's go. Let's see the roster here. So you got up top, you got the ihi soup. There's actually a lot of spinach in there.
I'd say it looks like they gave you a little extra on there.
Yeah, I think they had a lot. They didn't want to have to like filter out the non-broth, so they're just like, fuck it. Here, whatever you get is whatever you get.
Yeah, bonus.
And let's go.
They didn't sneak any pork in there for you, did they?
No, there's no meat in there.
Ah,
No protein.
oh well, that's
Up
okay.
in the right hand corner there, we got some paksiu, some lechon paksiu. Kind of one of the things I frequently get. There on the lower left hand corner, not something they serve very often, but that is machado.
Ooh,
which
okay.
is kind of similar to caldereta.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
That's usually beef machado. I think that was pork because beef is expensive. So they make
it kind of looks like caldereta, but the sauce looks a little bit different. It doesn't look like
it's less spicy
sauce.
Different. Actually, it's not spicy at all. Less different types of vegetables, but
looks more like a gravy versus like a tomato-based sauce.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I would eat it and be like, it's delicious. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have a good time with it. So that's what I got. I might take a little bit of a break from the Filipino food this week because I keep going there, and it's kind of a drive. So I might get like Thai food tomorrow, or I might get Filipino food tomorrow. I don't know. Who knows? I'll play it by ear. I'll wake up. I'll lift. I'll decide if I want to tan.
Tan? Oh, but you're going outside. I thought you're not going to a tanning joint.
No. I've never been to a tanning bed.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the hell do you need that for? Anyway.
That's what I had. It was good. I enjoyed it. That's all I got.
I mean, if it's a drive, do it like every other week or, I don't know, once a month or something.
Although, this is going to be later on, but I'll talk about later on, but my flag football game this week is a little bit later, so maybe I'll go on Sunday so I can get the 2-for-1 breakfast deal.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
buddy. That's in my head now. That is in my head.
Nice. I don't have too much this week. So we were going to make like homemade pizzas last week, and we actually just couldn't find the ingredients. So she ended up just deciding, because she got lucky and was offered the night off last Saturday. So we did kind of a weekend hunkered down at home, and she went to Aldi to get a few things so we wouldn't have to leave. And she wanted to get a take and bake pizza, which it's because we like the take and bake pizzas from Aldi. They're pretty good. But when she went, all she could get was this giant ass pizza. Like, I know you can't tell, but this had to have been.
I have to zoom in.
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know, a 14 or 16 inch pizza. It was fucking huge. It didn't fit on our pizza stone. We actually had to cut it in half so it would just fit in the oven. Because we were like, I don't know if we're going to finish this.
You said it's from Aldi?
Yeah. Mama Cuzzies. It's good stuff. I don't know if it says, maybe it says it on here.
Kind of a side note, but I used to buy frozen pizzas a lot, and that's what contributed to making me really fat. So I haven't bought a frozen pizza in like 2 years.
This isn't
maybe 2.5. I kind of miss that. Dude, I love frozen pizza. Like that looks so delicious to me.
Yeah, it's not a frozen pizza per se. It's kind of like what was it? What was that take and bake place that was in Centerville a long, long time ago? And they're still around. Gosh dang it.
I don't remember that one. Maybe that was after I left.
Oh, no, because I think we were still in high school. I don't know. Anyway, but they sell these take and bake pizzas at Aldi. They do it at Walmart. They're not frozen. They're actually just made and they wrap it up. There's in fact, this is like the date on it.
Oh, they do that at some grocery stores here too.
Yeah.
Or it's fresher, so it's not.
I don't know why I can't think of the restaurant that started that shit, but so the reason, anyway, back to the story. The reason Ashley got this gigantic one that was way more than we needed is because in the take and bake section where they have like pizzas, they've got flatbreads, they've even got like, I don't know, barbecue stuff or buffalo chicken stuff. This was the last thing on the shelf because everybody was expecting like winter Armageddon and cleaned out like different foods. Like there was no bread. All the toilet paper and paper towels were cleaned out. luckily we were good on that, so we didn't need any of that. But
The
yeah,
way people panic, dude.
people were going crazy on the shit again and like cleaning the shelves out. Meanwhile, of course, you're hearing about elderly people going to the store to get some of those supplies, and there's nothing left for them, which kind of sucks.
That's the way
But,
people are now. They
yeah,
panic
was
purchases.
yeah, 100%. Which
Then they'll return them after the storm.
yeah, which we'll get into that more because we'll just get into it more. But yeah, that's really all I got. Oh no, I'm sorry, I had one more thing. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I forgot to post it, but so I'm gonna post it this Sunday. But I did record what we talked about last week, which was the
First bite
reaction of Illuminati's pizza. So this was the pizza that was brought in by the guest chef at Ashley's restaurant, and he was in there the night before the wine dinner, and because Ashley's one of the better servers, she took care of him for dinner, and they got to talking. He's from Chicago originally, so she mentioned that her husband is from Chicago also, and that Illuminati's is my favorite pizza, and he just happened to have like 2 cases of it that we had talked about last week. Well, they made all the pizzas, and understandably, the only thing left was the vegetarian pizza. And he's a vegetarian. He brought vegetarian pizza in case anybody else was a vegetarian. So, understandably, the only thing left was the vegetarian pizza. I still appreciate the sentiment. I don't usually order a vegetarian pizza, so I put pepperonis on it. And I have to tell you, I kind of wish I wouldn't have put the pepperonis on it. I wish I would have just ate it as a vegetarian pizza. I think it actually would have been better that way. So, apologize for ruining a perfectly good Illuminati's pizza. It wasn't ruined. It was still good, but I could have done without the pepperonis. I think it would have just been better all on its own. So, but yeah, anyway, look out for that video on Sunday right here on the GAJ Podcast YouTube channel, so you can get my reaction there, even though I just spoiled the whole fucking thing. Good job, Gerard. Yeah, that's what I got for Mom's Kare. If we would love to see what y'all are eating out there, what you're trying, especially if it's something that's new to you. Would love to get your reactions on it, or if there's something that you think we should try. We'd love the suggestions too. Put them in the comments, shoot them to us in an email, and if we can make it happen, we will. We'll do our own first bite reactions to it individually, get those posted up, and then we'll talk about it here on the weekly show. So yeah, we'd love to see what you guys are doing. All right. Anything else, Alex? Anything else? You already shared your Filipino food, so.
Yeah, nothing else food-wise. I'm pretty boring when it comes to food.
Oh, good. Well, we'll try and be a little bit less boring in this next segment. This is our ode to my personal project on YouTube. It's called Hey Dad, Watch This. It's kind of about the adventures and shenanigans and things we get into, when we're up out of our chairs. And I don't know, Alex, I'm going to let you go first this time because I always end up almost skipping you, and I got to
quit doing it,
so that's cool.
All right.
I haven't had that much anyway, so.
So I'll start off with I've been talking about my kind of weight loss.
Yeah.
It was a little bit surprising. So I'm down about 17, 18 pounds now.
You're having that problem that everybody wishes they had, that you can't seem to keep weight on.
Yeah, the only problem I see is that I'm pretty certain I'm not hitting my protein targets. I haven't been counting, but I'm pretty certain I'm not hitting my protein targets. Which, if you're doing a cut, which I guess I'm doing unintentionally, they know that you should know that you're not going to hit your protein targets and you're probably going to lose strength. But I haven't really felt the loss of strength, so I'm just going to keep on trucking. Once again, 17, 18 pounds.
Yeah.
without really trying.
Yeah. You're
That's the
losing
cool
weight.
part.
You're not losing strength, which means you're not losing muscle. In fact, it sounds like you're probably getting stronger.
It's actually pretty cool to like have my shirt off in the mirror and be like, I got a little bit of ab definition.
Yeah, you got a little bit of that. Look at that.
Not
There's
a
some
lot.
lines there.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, it's
Hey.
like if I touch my upper abs, of course. Don't touch the lower abs. That's disgusting. That's gross.
Lower
That's
abs
really
are hard.
soft. If I touch
Lower
the
abs
upper
are
abs, I'm
very
like,
hard.
you know what? I never work out my abs, but not bad, dude. Not bad at all.
Yeah, the nice thing about abs, that's part of your core, right? So if you're working out a lot, and it doesn't even matter if it's cardio or strength training, your core supports everything, right? So in a sense, you're kind of always working out your abs at least a little bit, because you got to stabilize. So it's
the problem with the fact
get
that
away if you're going for the look, you can get away without doing too much abs.
The problem with not doing abs is that when I go into a Muay Thai class, there's always an ab workout at the end.
Oh yeah.
And if I do sparring also, after sparring, there's a more intense ab workout at the end. And my shit locks up. My abs just lock up at some point because I never work out my abs.
Yeah, it feels like you're having like a hernia, right? You have a hernia popping out. Totally.
So a lot of times we'll do like, I don't know how many we do, 50, and then we'll take a break. And when we take a break, I have to get on my stomach and stretch them out.
Yep. Because I actually have to like I'll just be on the floor, and it'll like if I do a third set, it usually locks up, and I have to like lay out and just stretch out as long as I can.
Yeah,
it's as long as possible.
That is so uncomfortable to feel.
Yeah.
So when I started doing in these Muay Thai environments, is that I don't really do crunches. I do like maybe a half crunches.
Yeah, you do the
which a lot of people are doing, and they're trying to make you go fast. So I do like these half crunches where I know I'm half-assing them. Same thing when we do push-ups. We're trying to speed it up. So I don't do full push-ups. I do I do the bottom part, which is the big stretch, and then I go maybe halfway up.
Yeah, you don't quite lock out your elbows.
Yeah. So it's actually the very chest engaged part of the push-up.
I'll say actually that's not a bad thing because you really shouldn't lock out your elbows. That's actually not good for you. I
like to go full range of motion. So it's chest, shoulders, and triceps. When I do actual push-ups.
But if you're going fast, though, I don't like
in
locking
that environment,
out because it makes it hurt.
Yeah, in that environment, it's a little bit different. So I kind of slack off. I slack off, but it does put more strain on your chest because you're just stretching that chest part.
Yeah.
And then
and
fuck it, dude, I go chest to ground. That's just the way I do it.
Me too. It doesn't feel. I don't know. Yeah, that's bare minimum. I'm touching. I'm almost maybe not quite touching my chest, but I'm getting pretty close.
Oh, my chest hits the ground.
I don't know that I would say you're slacking off because it's just doing it differently because you're going faster, which means you're doing more reps.
Yeah, and it's chest focused because it's the stretchy part of the push-up.
Yeah, and it's not even just your chest. I mean, even when you're talking about doing the ab exercises, if you're going faster, yeah, you're probably doing less range of motion and less static holds. But if you're going faster, you're just working it a little bit differently, and there's something to be said about that too.
Yeah, different way of doing it, but
yeah.
That's just for that Muay Thai environment where I'm not focused on the actual bodybuilding aspect of the calisthenics. But outside of that, moving on, I should create another mini segment for my flag football. I'll think of something. Call it something.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of segments called Alex's personal life.
But last Sunday was our final regular season game, and we were completely in sync. It was great. We won.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, I didn't. To be honest, my own personal production, if they kept stats, it would look like shit. But I knew that I was creating opportunities.
Yeah,
because I'd run routes where I go deep because I wanted to open up the guy next to me to run a few yards and then cut towards the sidelines.
Cut into the middle or the sideline.
It's about stretching out their offense, stretching out their defenses.
Yeah.
So I didn't get any targets this week, but I knew I was doing something that was contributing because I was
I'll say if
occupying
there still is
attention.
if the number of receptions or completions is the same, then the team productivity was still there, right? Like
Yeah,
there
it's
was
about
not a
being a
fall
threat.
off.
Showing off,
Yeah,
showing that you're a threat, and then letting them adjust, which creates opportunities for your other teammates,
yeah.
which totally helped.
That's what I used to tell people around here about, like, a couple years ago, Travis Kelce's, he went from like a career season to he fell off quite a bit the next season. And I'm just like, well, how many catches did Noah Gray have? Well, he had a lot. Oh, it's because everybody's trying to double cover Travis Kelce that he opened up Noah Gray to get more receptions. So there's a contribution there for sure.
Yeah, so this weekend we got the playoffs, and I think we're playing.
Nice.
I think we're playing my team from last season, who
They
they made the playoffs because everyone made I think everyone made playoffs this season. I'm pretty sure everyone made playoffs this season because they had no wins, or maybe one win.
How many teams are there in the league?
My division, there are 6.
Okay, yeah.
Division above us, I think another 6. Kind of a little caveat to that is that during actual NFL and college football season, they get less people signing up for the league because they're watching the games. I mean, in Huntington Beach, the games are on Saturday, which is when college football is on. In Newport Beach, the games are on Sunday, which is when NFL is on. So a lot of people skip the autumn and the summer season.
Yeah.
Not summer, autumn and the winter season because they want to actually watch actual football. And then next season, spring season, they have 3 divisions going. And then summer season gets the most. They'll have so many games going, hopefully. There's also stuff going on with the economy where people don't want to have to pay to play. So
Sure.
You're going to get that going. I'm starting to feel a little more competitive. I want to score a touchdown. I want to do a dance. I want to do a touchdown celebration. My touchdown celebration default is the Cole Kmet
home run swing.
Yep. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm getting a little anxious.
That invisible step thing. I forget what they call that.
I don't know what that is. I'm just
I'm talking about that. I can't remember who did it. It doesn't matter. Yeah. That what's his name? The receiver on the Bears did it when he scored the game-tying touchdown against the Packers. What the fuck was it?
Alameda Zacchaeus?
No, the other one. Thompson. God damn it! Now I'm going to find it.
All right, while you looked it up, one concern going into this game is that so my team has some couples that are married or boyfriend girlfriend, and 2 groups of them or 2 couples are actually going on vacation together to Palm Springs.
Oh,
so that takes only 3 key players. But what one of them said was, after our game last past Sunday, when we were all talking about who's going to be around because this is the fucking playoffs, and we might play 2 games because if you win the first game, you play a second game. What one of them said was, I'm going to get up early on Sunday, drive from Palm Springs back to Newport Beach, play 1 or 2 games, and then drive back to Palm Springs to play I think 18 holes because the other guy on my team that's also going to Palm Springs, he's not coming. He has no intentions of coming for this game. He's in Palm Springs. He's going to stay in Palm Springs. So he said, "Are we going to play 18 after that?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, we're going to do that." So
he's like, "Nope, yeah."
If that guy showed up, I want both those guys. I'd love for both those guys to come to show up. That'd be great because one of them's really fast. One of them, the other one's the one that's talking about coming back for the game, driving back from Palm Springs. He's a talker and he's funny. He's funny. He talks to the other team. It's not trash talking because it's just too funny, too friendly, funny. So that's why I like having him around. He keeps the game fun. Did you find who it was?
I'm looking right now.
Invisible Step.
Good Lord.
Well, I was talking about that. Coming up next on Hey Dad, watch this is gonna be nobody wants this.
I was just saying, are we on it? Do it.
Nope. Finish up. We'll finish up with this Bears segment.
Yeah, let me find.
I will re-up my dry January cocktail.
Why is this? We convert doing a. GAJ Walker. Jesus Christ, why couldn't I not think
Oh,
of
yeah, that's a guy that he's probably not going to be on the team much longer.
Yeah. His stock went up at the end of the season there.
We trade DJ Moore, and they're going to look at, hey, we should probably keep another wide receiver around just in case. They might keep him around. He seems to be
That
like
sucks.
an
I don't want to
option.
trade
He's not-
DJ Moore, but I get it. But
I love DJ Moore and Cole Kmet,
oh, yeah, man,
but I'm starting to accept the fact that they're not going to be on the Bears next season because
it's too expensive.
one, DJ Moore is expensive,
Yeah.
and we've built up our roster with. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
The thing about Rome is that he's not producing. He's a name, but he's not producing. Then there's Luther Burden, who has potential. I'd say about this season, he kind of met what you'd expect from him. Not great, but not terrible. Lamine Zacchaeus, I think he should only be like a one-season guy. I don't know what his contract looks like. Probably same with GAJ Walker. GAJ Walker's not as good as Lamine Zacchaeus as far as his reputation goes. Yeah.
Yeah, his stock went up at the end of the season because he caught a couple of big passes.
Cole Kmet also probably more expensive. The thing about Cole Kmet, especially this season, is that you don't see what he's producing. He's making key blocks. You just don't see it because they're focused on the guy with the ball, which is Colson Loveland. Yeah. But Cole Kmet's there. Cole Kmet's he's contributing. It's that you're not. He's not the focus of the cameraman, which kind of drives me nuts. I did like how Cole Kmet was utilized more in the Justin Fields era because he's a legit blocker and receiver.
Yeah,
love that. Colson Loveland coming into the league, we knew that he was a receiver, not as good of a blocker. Where Tyler Ward was both. He was a blocker and a receiver, and good at both, which is why I wish we would have drafted him. Especially if we're going to get rid of Cole Kmet.
Man, I hope they try really hard to try and keep some of these guys around. It doesn't seem that feasible, but I hope they at least try to move some numbers around to keep them there. Because, man, if they can keep this together, like, we're going to be dangerous next year, dude. Again, we're going to be dangerous again. More dangerous. But anyway, I digress.
All right. That's enough for soon to be named flag football.
Yeah, let's get back to Nobody Wants This.
Nobody wants this. And we're going to call this Outside the Gym Edition. Why? Because, well, all right, here we go. Blondie went out of town for a bachelorette party. I really hope no one can hear me right now. Hold on. Close my window. Like, what just has me walking by? Blondie went out of town for a bachelorette party.
Does she know she's Blondie?
Yeah. She's a bottle blonde, too, because she has dark-haired eyebrows. So she went to a bachelorette party in Arizona. And then when she came back, she was moving. Not away. She's actually moving from one part of the apartment complex to the other on the other side. So she hasn't been in the gym lately because she's been tied up with all that. So outside of, that's why we're going outside the gym. I guess I can briefly mention Ice Queen, the brunette. She's just so like hot and cold, or I'd say not hot and cold. I'd say lukewarm and cold because sometimes she'll like smile at me when I say hi to her and say how I'm doing, and then sometimes she'll just be like, I'll say hi, her name, hi Ice Queen. She'll just say hi and move on, move about. She's the Ice Queen. You know what? That's her. maybe she thinks I'm a creep. Who knows? I'm just trying to be a friendly guy, a friendly neighbor. But why that's outside the gym is because last time I talked to her, or last time I said hi to her, I was actually outside of the gym.
Right on.
It's actually yesterday. I was on the phone with Dad for a birthday call, and then she walked by and I said, "Hi, Ice Queen." Of course, I didn't call her Ice Queen. called her by actual name. But moving on, even outside my apartment complex, I did decide to have a nostalgia night and go back to one of my favorite watering holes for many years, Malarkey's, on
Attaboy.
Saturday night. Because I've been going in on Thursday nights just to have a beer or something, sometimes with Gerard or not. And I was talking to the bartender, and he said, "Hey, come in on Saturday night because your bartender's here." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So I'll visit." So I went Saturday night. My plan was to go there before it gets busy, have one or two drinks, and leave before it gets busy. But that didn't happen once I got there. So I went there. I kind of like hid a little bit from the bartender, and then I sneak into my old spot and let him see me. And it was a magical reunion. By the way, that bartender is a Michigan fan. So we have a total, since I've known him, and this goes back over 10 years, we've had this big love-hate relationship where college football season, we're at odds. I give him the fucking double birds.
Yeah, man.
People look at me like, kick him out, but we're
He understands. Yeah. I hate some guy like that.
It's actually funny because one time, this is this is summer of 2019, where I think I was with a friend from my college, my flag football team, and she didn't know my relationship with the bartenders at Malarkey's. So she's like, "Hey, order a drink from this bartender." So I went up to the bar and I just went, "Boom!" And she really grabbed my finger and pulled it back. Like, don't do that. I'm like, you don't know our relationship. So there have been years where
like, trust me, he's expecting it.
Yeah, when I was a regular there were some times when he would not serve me during the college football season, and then once the college football season ended, he'd be like, "All right, we're friends again." Give me a drink. But like I mentioned before, he was actually my backup bartender. My bartender, I won't say his name. He's actually no longer there, which really bugs me. But he's a Bears fan. He's a Chicago fan. So Bears, Blackhawks, Cubs,
right on,
Bulls. So that guy had me claimed. Like I was his customer. And then if he was in the bathroom, then the Michigan guy would claim me.
Right on.
So went there. Like I said, meant to have one or two drinks and leave before it got busy. But the night got away from me. I started talking to some people, and it just stayed longer, and I kept ordering more drinks. And I'll say this. I'm kind of a new, I guess, power I have is I think I have this weird old man game where I was just standing there at the bar. Some girl approached me and started talking to me, asking me stuff. She was in a group of other girls who were kind of moving around kind of quickly. So I only talked to her very briefly, but I started talking to her. And I'll say this. Too young. I was talking to her and I was looking at her. I'm like, she's cute. And I don't know. I found my limit. I didn't ask her.
I mean, she was drinking, right? So she had to be
21. But I was like, I'm ballparking that twice her age.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, in my head, I could tell I demotivated myself because I decided she's too young. Which I had said before about girls and, pursued. But this was a line where I was like, clearly, this is just beyond what I'm capable of doing or what my brain says makes sense. Maybe I'm sure she's a great girl, but goddamn, man, found my limit. Given I know which bar I was at, I know the type of clientele they get, but wow, that one hit hard. That's one of those old man things where you're like, God, I knew I was old when I was hitting on a girl in her, she's 22 to 24, and I just said, nope.
Can't do it anymore.
Nope, you can be my daughter.
I'm not gonna lie, like if I wasn't looking to settle down, I'd probably still be on that, but
You know what? That was my first time back there in years on a peak night. Who knows what happens next? Who knows how I adapt? Because I can adapt to different environments.
I wouldn't be mad at you if you were trying to get on a path where you might be locking something down. So that's what you're thinking. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think I need to have behaviors for when I'm trying to lock something down and behaviors for when I'm just
not
having fun and trying to figure
just
out.
Just passing through.
It's like trying to do what you can do. What's this old man energy gonna do? But there's also another layer to that where a friend of mine named JR said, dude, just fucking lie to them. Say you're 32.
Yeah.
He said, say you're 28. It's like, he had a serious talk with me the other. He's like, dude, you're Filipino. You don't look like you're 44.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, you look, you can pass for 28. I say 32, but like, I think you get as low as 28. So,
stick in the 30s because it seems like, I don't know, there's something about in the 30s, especially if like you're like early mid 30s, like perceived. That's like I feel like that's kind of the sweet spot. You know,
Where,
you're not too immature, but you're not too old. You know what I mean? For the young girls.
Yeah, and I kind of talked to him about like, talking through about how I'm going to plan this out. Like I wouldn't lie to Blondie about my age because she kind of deserves it to know the truth. But I was also like, I told him like, you know what? I have no connection to these girls. They're probably lying to me about shit.
Yeah. That girl might have had a fake ID. She might not even be 21.
All it takes, I just need to do it once, and then I'll be able to do it again for multiple times. Just lie to them.
I never even lied about it. Like,
I never lied about my age when I was a little more active socially. Yeah, I never lied about it.
I mean, I think I've used the line like, you know, how old do you want me to be? But I've never actually, I don't even lied about my age.
Somehow, I think I mentioned this before, where YouTube knows what you're thinking, so they feed me algorithms saying like, if she asks your age, say this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm either gonna, you know, if it's someone like Blonde, I'm not gonna fucking lie to her. I'll just fucking straight out tell her and be like, oh, make a decision. Tell me how I feel about that. But if I'm just having fun at a bar that has a younger clientele, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna test different things.
I've used that line in both directions. Like when I was in my 20s, I had somebody in their late 30s, 40s asked me how old I was. I used the same line. How old do you need me to be? Yeah, I've used that all like in both directions because I mean, shit. There was a time where I dated somebody who was 15 years older than me, and the girl I dated or went out with a week before was 15 years younger than me. So you can use it in both directions.
I'm working on one that's I'm gonna guess 12 years older than me, and then one that's I'll tell you. I'll tell you off camera. But I said there's a limit.
Still legal, folks. Still legal.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll say this much. So this could offend some people, younger people.
Well, they can change the channel.
I've heard from multiple sources that the human brain does not stop developing until much later than you would think. And for girls, it's around 25. For guys, it's around 27. Makes sense. Girls mature more quicker than
Faster.
Guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's going to be that like when you know that and you kind of think about that, you're like, people are not even close to be fully developed until their brain finishes developing. So girls, 25, and then they can start figuring out shit after that. Guys, 27, they can start figuring out shit after that. I'd say the one where I said I was going lower, she is past the development age, the age at which girls stop developing their brain. Their brain stops developing. I'm on drugs and alcohol, so I'm not talking as well as I wanted to be. This is the point when my brain starts going, oh, you put something in me, so let's ride this out. It also affects my thinking and my speech. Anyway, so once again, the girl that, I won't say her age, she's past that. The point at where girls' brains stop developing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Awkward pause, and let's continue on with nobody wants this. Outside the gym edition. Oh, let's get uncomfortable. Let's move to the work environment.
Oh no.
Oh god, this was a total ego boost on my part, and I fucking knew it. Why'd I do it? I don't know. I think I've been planning it, and then, like I said earlier, Blondie was out of town, so I think I need to try something.
Oh god.
I have
a couple times it's not always the good idea.
I have known for at least 13 months that this girl at work had a little thing for me. I knew when my first day there, when she talked to the elevator, I was like, dude, this chick's like, she's pretty much telling me. She's telling me. But, and throughout the past 13, 14 months, I can kind of tell when she looks over at me. She kind of has a little thing for me.
Sure.
But I never talked to her because I was antisocial for a while. And then I was also focused on work and, obviously going through work stress and all that shit. So
yeah,
was the most approachable guy at the time. But I could tell whenever I'd walk by, I could tell her by her reaction. But of course, I never talked
She's putting off an energy.
I think she was trying to bottle up, but it got through, and I noticed. So I think I decided like 2 weeks ago, I was like, well, I'm going to introduce myself to her if I ever find her alone in the break room, because for some reason, over the past year plus, I find myself in the break room alone with her at times, which is, maybe she's arranging it. yeah. Or it may just be like, hey, fates are just kind of pushing you together. Yeah. So like, all right, I'm going to introduce myself to her at some point. I was wait for the right time. No rush. And I did it this past Tuesday. This past week. Dude, that chick's face lit up when she was talking to her.
She's like, about fucking time.
Kind of the reaction. I was like, I kind of know what's going to happen here, but to actually see it unfold was a bit of a surprise to me. And I could tell that she definitely wanted to talk to me, wanted to get to know me. So,
of course she did.
Hard to manage that, but I do have to be careful because this is a cute girl, which means a lot of guys in the office probably have a crush on her, and I can tell by some of them. So it's gonna be this weird corporate politics I want to avoid. I don't want that type of work drama right now, but
yeah,
I'm going to have fun messing with her.
Yeah,
in small ways.
Yeah, that's been there a few times. You got to be careful with that one. That type of situation, not her specifically necessarily, but yeah, that can get sticky.
It can get sticky. So today's Friday. For those of you who do not know, let me take a quick sip. Once again, happy dry January. Excuse me while I burp.
Anyway.
So I work from home today. And typically throughout my work from home days, I will get up at some point and go outside for a little walk around my apartment complex, because sometimes I have to blow off steam, or sometimes I just need to clear my head, or sometimes I just need to get my body moving because I'm just stuck in this chair.
Yep.
Kind of very characteristic of me on a typical Friday. So during one of today's strolls through my apartment complex, while I was had my earbuds in, jamming to some fucking Taylor Swift, I noticed that someone wanted to get my attention as I was walking. Looked over. Who wants to get my attention? It's Blondie.
So it's Blondie or Ice Queen?
It's definitely not Ice Queen, but it's Blondie. And she was, like I mentioned earlier, she has been around in the gym lately because she went to a bachelorette party like sometime last week, and then she came back, and then she was immediately moving to a new spot within our apartment complex. So she wanted to get my attention. I stopped my Tay playlist to talk to Blondie, and she was telling me about her move and kind of talked about her bachelorette party. And actually, another neighbor came by to kind of join us in the conversation. So I know that I've been saying that things between me and Blondie have been fizzling out, but I think she missed me.
Hell yeah, she did. You know, when they stop getting that attention, man, they also realize they.
It's not that I stopped giving her attention. It's more like she was away. She was away doing shit. And then when she came back, she had to move her shit. But it was kind of weird. I was just like, at that time, my mind was focused on trying to take a quick break from work, which means you're still thinking about work while, lip syncing to Taylor Swift.
Yep.
So I saw a person just pop up and start kind of waving me over. And it was her. And she.
Hell yeah.
It's almost like I can never figure out what to do with her. Where I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to just put her in the past, but try to be her friend. So I can go meet other girls, and then she kind of just does stuff that gets my attention, which is kind of odd. But
well, it sounds like she figured out that she had some competition before when her and Ice Queen were all in the gym. So
she's gonna see more of that. My next.
Right.
Oh man, I was not planning on talking about this. My next plan of figuring out how she reacts, or just having fun to see how she reacts, is if I'm going to try to talk to Ice Queen while Blondie's there. And see what happens there. Something's could happen. Ice Queen could just be like, fuck off. I'm trying to work out. Because she's the Ice Queen. Or she get a little more friendly and engage in conversation with me. And then, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if Ice Queen is one of those girls that hates other girls. Or if she could actually meet a new one. Especially an attractive one that lives that's her neighbor. But anyways, that's kind of a peek into the future of what I'm thinking about doing. But if it sounds douchey, then forget I said that.
I have a prediction there.
Okay.
And it's going to be one of two things could happen. If whichever one you're talking to, the other one is either going to try and get in on the conversation, or they're gonna try and act like it doesn't bother them and they don't participate in the conversation, but then they're gonna try and get your attention later.
I'll say this: Ice Queen does not like me. It was me trying to engage her, or has been me trying to engage her for the past how long? Hi.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
She says hello.
All right. Are you on speaker?
She actually heard you.
Or is this through your headphones?
Okay. What's that?
Did she actually hear me, or was it through your headphones?
She could hear you. Okay. She heard you from my headphones.
Okay. Yeah. But anyways, going back to Ice Queen, she is one girl that just I've never felt any interest from her to me.
Oh, okay.
That's why I feel the challenge of being like, one, it was, introduce myself to her.
Yeah.
Number two, it's trying to get her to warm up, which is the warming up part is that I feel like that's a long-term project. So as far as Ice Queen doesn't talk to any other people in the gym. It's like she's just in her own fucking world. It's her on the treadmill, her on the weights, in between treadmill and weights or sets of weights. She's just buried in her phone. That's why I saw like approaching her as a bit of a challenge and kind of figure out how to get her to warm up, which it is because she was cold, just completely cold, and then she kind of fluctuates between lukewarm and cold. So that's what holy shit, my Fitbit just told me that I had 10,000 steps today. Well, I've been sitting down.
Oh, you've been sitting down? It's all the hand movements.
Yeah. It might be I'm also drinking, so my heart rate might be up. That's just something that happens. But anyway, so Blondie and Ice Queen. I mean, I don't see them like even crossing overlapping in any type of potential motivation. Like Blondie's not gonna be like, oh, Ice Queen just wants to get to know all the guys, or just one special guy.
I mean, I wouldn't say she's not interested, but because like I get like this, like when I'm in the gym, sometimes I get kind of like hyper focused and don't always notice other people around me. So she might just be kind of like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. She doesn't want to be that girl that's like staring or flirting in the gym, right? She's just trying to. She wants to be the girl, one of those that like gets shit done and then gets out of the gym. But then she might engage a little more outside of the gym.
No,
I guess you said hi to her.
She's engaged outside the gym.
Okay.
She has total resting bitch face, which
that's just her personality. She's maybe she's just a little like cold by nature. Shy even. Maybe she's shy.
Maybe
you're just gonna have to go all the way in and be like, "Hey, you want to go get a drink?"
Oh no, she has a boyfriend for sure.
Oh,
actually, I think she plays flag football. I think I mentioned in a previous podcast where I just said a hot chick that lives by me. I think she plays flag football, but I couldn't tell because when she's in the gym in my apartment complex, she's never smiling. When we were playing football, she smiled, and I didn't recognize because you got like Ice Queen and like non-Ice Queen.
Well, yeah. Well, then okay, she's got a boyfriend, so maybe she isn't flirting with you. But it's okay to be friendly.
I might caught her looking at one time because let's face it, I put up people that have been around me at the gym consistently for the past 2 years. Kind of saw a little bit of a transformation where I was kind of soft and pudgy, and then now I'm a little more solid on top and pudgy in the middle.
Oh, I'm sure she's checking you out. I feel like that's not a big deal. Now, I didn't know she had a boyfriend. I don't know that I would be going around trying to ask her out, but if
you can kind of,
if she invites you somewhere though, that's a different.
You can inception that shit a little bit.
You can what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, if she starts, inviting you out or saying like, if you're going
I'm not even trying. I'm trying to get her to warm up to me a little bit. Kind of like,
yeah, just to be nice.
It's kind of weird, but kind of like the way that I was also previously very ice cold to Blondie, and Blondie got me to warm up to her. I think I mentioned that before in the previous episode. I'm kind of trying to do the same thing with Ice Queen.
Yeah.
But also, I'm talking to other girls at the gym in our apartment complex.
Yeah.
And not at the gym in our apartment complex. So anyways, well, that's it for Everybody Wants This.
Everybody does want it, dude. Come on.
I'll say this. I want to go back to Malarkey's again this weekend on Saturday. I'll go back and see my buddy bartender and be like, hey, I'm going to be here once or twice a month. Just because it just feels like home. Like I said, I need to go out and be more social. One place I'll hit, and I may hit another place on another night. I'm just got to go somewhere familiar.
Yeah, it's nice. That's why we started going back to Blue Line to watch some of the Bears games and stuff.
Hold on, before I end here, I did have dinner with JR.
Nice.
Like 2 or 3 nights ago, we actually went to Malarkey's.
Hell yeah!
We went to get food and get a drink, and I gotta tell them everything that I've been telling here as far as the nobody wants this segment.
Nobody wants this. Yeah,
it's fun to just bounce things off them because it's another dude, another perspective.
Yeah, totally.
So eventually I'll get like a female friend to be like, hey, this is what's going on in my life. I need to talk to you about it. And her boyfriend will get mad at me, and that's gonna be a whole thing. I'll be another segment.
That's gonna be podcast. Ice Queen's gonna become that for a while until.
Oh no, not Ice Queen. I can't pick Ice Queen that way. There's another girl from my past that kind of has functioned in that way. But
okay.
She's another conversation. But anyways, so I'll probably start hanging out with JR once or twice, or once a week, or maybe every other week. It's just about finding the right time. Like I'm cool with like Tuesdays or Wednesday nights. I think he's cool with that too.
Has he gotten back up to Wyoming at all?
Not recently, from what he said.
Okay.
I think his girlfriend actually lives in. He said she lives in Idaho, so
yeah, she's like right on the border. Yeah.
But apparently her spot's pretty sweet, but it's also really expensive. So it's one of those like, awesome. Well, you're paid for this. They're paid a lot for this.
Yeah, and it's harder to get there than it was to get to Memphis. I think. I guess I don't know, but
maybe we'll create another segment of the podcast called JR Watch. So I'm hanging out with him and be like, hey,
yeah, man. Yeah, I like it. Eventually, we'll get him back on here.
No, hold on. He's driving. He kind of tells me about the different nights that have different activity and some weird shit that happens that way when you're an actual Lyft driver or Uber driver.
Yeah.
But all right, kicking it to you for the original creator of Hey Dad, watch this.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could say it. I've been doing a lot, but work and being cold have kind of limited what I've gotten into. But it did. I tell you what, it got Winter Storm Fern was cold. I mean, it got to 1 degree with the wind chill. It was like feels like -15. So that was like all weekend. I will say this: it wasn't like snowmageddon like everybody was expecting. I mean, I did take a little bit of video out of our window, which you can see here. Not that bad. I mean, the roads are covered, but coming from Chicago and even Ohio, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going layers on layers of it.
Right.
A flow, but it's manageable.
Very manageable. I didn't go out and drive in it, but because I wasn't worried about it. It's stuck around. I mean, it's still in some places, but like it's stayed cold enough to where if they really would have plowed it, like there'd be huge piles up everywhere still, and they're just not because we just didn't get that much. I mean, supposedly we got like 5 or 6 inches of snow. I didn't think that, but I could be wrong. Maybe it drifted up somewhere else. I know down south in like Springfield, Missouri, and further east around like Fort Leonard Wood, they got a whole lot more. They got like 11, 12, 13 inches of snow, which is what I was hoping to get here. We just didn't get it because I wanted snow. I wanted a reason to go get a sled and then go up to like my buddy's farm and just tie some sleds up to the 4-wheelers and go tearing around the pasture in a sled. But it just wasn't enough. So it did get a little windy. It definitely got cold. We just didn't have the snow. So I was inviting it. You can't hear the audio, but you can. If you could hear the audio, you'd hear me in the background going, "This isn't that bad. Bring it on, Fern."
You still have the weather up? You still have the weather forecast on one of those tabs?
Yeah, that's not live. It's just a screenshot I took from last weekend.
I was gonna say this is kind of a dick move, but type in Newport Beach.
No.
Tomorrow's gonna be 75 and sunny. I'm actually like, should I bust out the air conditioning unit?
Jesus Christ! But
I don't think it's gonna be bad.
However, like in the midst of all this, I did get my truck fixed again because it had a blown out wheel bearing. So that's what was making all the noise. She seems to be running fine. You know, the rear axle's in good shape. Front wheel bearing's in good shape now. Parking brake's in good shape. So she's gonna go through a couple like real tests coming up. You know, we've got a trip back to Ohio coming up, and then I think probably 1 or 2 weeks after I get back, I'm gonna do a camping trip. I probably won't go too hard, but I'll get out and do a little camping and kind of do some easy stuff first and see how she does, and then decide from there if we can go a little bit harder. But I found myself watching a whole bunch more like camping and off-roading videos lately that the itch is there. Like I want to get out. I want to get out, get remote, do some camping, bring some beers, start a fire.
Shit in the bag.
What's that?
Shit in the bag.
Shit in a bag. In a bucket. Shit in a bucket.
Shit in a bucket.
Yep.
Bucket with a bag in it.
It does have a bag in it. It does have a bag in it. And I don't sleep in a tent. I do sleep in the back of the truck. And if I get out, I'm going to record some of that so that we can, or at least get some pictures so that I can share it here with you guys, so you guys can see my setup. A little bit of a oh, what do you call it?
You're not sharing yet.
Oh, I don't have a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of like a boondocking setup. I can kind of go stealth mode, stealth camping sometimes, which is what I've done at like truck stops and rest areas every once in a while. Like if I'm driving more than 8 hours, especially if I like leave at night, I'll stop somewhere and just take a nap in the back for a while. But it's comfortable enough. But yeah, so you know, hopefully that's something I can record for you guys and share with you guys. Other than that, I gotta tell you, I went to the dentist for the first time in probably too long last week.
Oh, my teeth are shit.
Huh?
My teeth are shit, but I don't think I need a root canal or anything like that.
I don't need a root canal. For the first time, I need some fillings, but that's more because like old fillings are kind of chipping out a little bit. So it's more just like filling the space that, you know, where they kind of chipped up and fell out. So,
dude, I've gone on YouTube and watched like how they fill cavities now. It's not like the fucking silver shit that's
no
all over me.
Not.
It's white. Imagine your teeth. I'm like,
yeah,
dumb motherfucker. Why was that not the plan from the fucking start? Or they're probably technology.
Yeah, technology. Yeah, because they were showing me like those are silver fillings. Like we don't use that anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I haven't had a filling since I was like a probably early teenager.
Yeah.
I just never had issues with my teeth. You know, never had braces. After once I had adult teeth, I hardly ever had cavities.
I have braces, and they tell you it's gonna be for 2 years. I had mine for 4 years.
Did you have it for 4 years, man?
I had it for 4 years, all throughout high school. They're taken off, and then they wanted to put them back on me right before I left for college. I said no. I was so fucking started.
Get this shit away from me.
17-year-old Alex was like, no. I just went through fucking 4 years of that shit. This is fine. I don't care. Sean's a little bit out of alignment. I don't fucking care.
I will say this. Get to the dentist, because the thing I have to go through again, which I went through before, I've had to go through before and it sucked. I've got to do a deep cleaning. And since they've got to do some fillings, I've got to do the deep cleaning in 2 separate appointments, because they're going to do the deep cleaning and fillings on one side. And they can't do, it's going to take like 2 hours. And because of insurance reasons, limitations, they can't do it all in one appointment. So, and you can't be on that much like anesthetic. So one side they're going to do the fillings and deep cleaning, and then I'll go back like a month later and they'll do the other side, fillings and deep cleaning. And deep cleanings suck because it makes your teeth all sensitive. And I mean, it's my fault. It's 100% my fault for going way too long between dentist visits, but it is what it is. I probably got a little too overly confident just because, like I said, rarely ever had many issues with my teeth. So other than that, oh shoot, now I can't find it. I was going to bring up something else just real quick. Mentioned at the top of the show, happy birthday to our dad. So I just want to share a picture from my wedding that I got to take with our pops. So happy birthday, Dad. Looking like that. Being all like silver fox like. But yeah, Dad's birthday was yesterday. So like I said, happy birthday, Dad. Love you, miss you. Hope you had a good birthday. Hope you're gonna have a good weekend. Hopefully you get to do something cool for the weekend.
Hope you're not snowed in.
I checked with him. He's not. Sounds like they plowed and they didn't get.
But it's cold as shit.
It is cold as shit. But he's been able to get around, so that's awesome. And then, while we are talking about it, also happy birthday to my brother from another mother, David. Yeah, that's us with matching shirts on at my rehearsal dinner. So, and if you can't tell, those pictures, those shirts have pictures of our wives on there. So his wife is all over his shirt, and Ashley and our dog is all over my shirt. So that's why we took that picture. We thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was a pretty good one. So happy birthday to those two guys. Love you guys. And hope you guys are having good birthdays. But anyway, then we're going to call it there with, hey, Dad, watch this. Time to get into our ode to Alex's personal project on YouTube. It's called I Play Nerd. This is really all about the toys. For me, it's more about gadgets and stuff like that. And I'm going to lead off just because I just got one thing to share. This is a little gadget that I also got for Christmas. It's a multi-tool pen. So I don't know if you can see that. There's the box there. I'll just hold the pen up here. It's kind of a cool pen. Like it's got a twist out pen right there. It's got a flashlight at this end. And then it's got like a ruler. If you can see that. A bottle opener. And I think there's a level. So that's on this side. So yeah, kind of a cool pen that I'm going to keep in my backpack for work because whenever I go on walkthroughs, some of these things do come in handy. Or even if I'm just like checking out a job site, like just progress, making sure things are level. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good sturdy pen. It's metal, so, shouldn't break. It does write pretty nice. And if I can find a link to it, maybe on like Amazon or something, I will post it in the description. But if you're curious, here's the name again. What is it? Mafahan multi-tool pen. So yeah, cool little gadget gift that I got. That we got. That was also from Ashley's mom. So yeah, thanks for the pen. This is kind of cool. It's also great, like if you keep it in your backpack when you're looking for something in the bag. Turn that little flashlight on, wave it around in the pocket. Very nice. That's what I got for my gadgets. What do you have for us, dude?
I think I mentioned this more in the more recent episodes, but I've been taking a little bit of a break from I Play Nerd to focus on other projects. One of those projects is what we were talking about earlier with Nobody Wants This. but other ones too that hopefully I can talk about in future episodes. So I really don't have anything to show you, but I did show this figure when it was still in packaging, so I'll show it now out of packaging. It is Ned Flanders' butt.
Whoa! Skiing? Oh, and his booty?
It's all about the Ned Flanders booty. Okay, I think I said this when I still had this in packaging. Like this was like a 5 to 10 second joke that they made a toy of, and I was like, I need that. I need that. It's all about the Ned butt.
Ned Flanders' booty.
But
That's
next
good
week,
shit.
if I don't have anything new to show, then I'll do like a little throwback to a story that's kind of been in my head about my childhood with one specific Ninja Turtles figure. Because
Okay.
being that I remember it now, it's got significance in my head. So that's how I play nerd for this week from the
Cool.
Alex perspective.
We're kind of cruising through that one a little bit this week, and that's okay because we got some stuff to talk about in our next segment. It is all about what we're watching, what we're reading, what we're reacting to, and we call it "What You Watching." I'm going to list off a couple things here because I think we're going to stop on one for quite a bit. Well, first I'm going to show you something I got to watch on Netflix. I don't know if you watched this last week after we recorded. It was live on Saturday. Skyscraper. Alex Honnold, the world-renowned climber. He reached ultimate fame when he free soloed El Cap in I think that's in Yosemite, right? I don't know. He free climbed stuff. In other words, he climbs without ropes, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, I've seen some troll videos of people being like, this wasn't even that hard climbing this building. He climbed Taipei 101, which is like one of the tallest buildings in the world. He free soloed Taipei 101. But it's kind of funny because I saw a video like before we recorded tonight of this guy saying, how difficult was this really? Well, all the holes were big and easy to grab onto, and it was basically the same moves all the way up. So it really wasn't that hard and that dangerous. And that my problem with that is that's coming from somebody who didn't do it and doesn't free solo. So why would you say, like, now he did explain like the risk reward thing, right? Difficulty, it's not that hard, but the margin for error becomes zero because he's not harnessing anything. And did you watch it, by the way?
Not at all. I heard about it.
Fascinating.
It did not interest me. And I heard people talk about the next day. They're talking
I
about
wish I would have seen it
what could have
live.
happened. And I was like, dude, there's a 1 minute delay. Or maybe a 10-minute delay. I don't know how long the delay was. It was at least 1 minute. Could have
I'm
been
sure
10
there
minutes.
was. I bet it was probably 5 seconds, to be honest.
No, it was at least 1 minute. Because I remember
Oh, was
hearing
it?
about, there's a delay. It's at least 1 minute. I think it may have been longer. So if anything, unfortunate would have happened.
Yeah.
It's going to be just a cut to technical difficulties or whatever the fuck they're going to. Or they may just cut the stream. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say anything. They would just cut the stream and say.
They were 100%. They can't show that.
We have to explain what happens after this.
Obviously, I knew he had completed it because I didn't watch it until Sunday morning. But it's still like you watching, you're like, Jesus. Like, yeah, it's the same move over and over again. But you work out. You left like you get the pump, right? When that blood starts filling in, like sometimes that starts to limit like range of motion a little bit.
Oh yeah, and that guy's old too. I think he's in his 40s.
He's 40 years old. Yeah.
No, there you go.
40 or 41. By the way, if you want to see what catapulted him into fame, watch this one, Free Solo. This is the one where he climbs El Cap, which is like one of the hardest climbs in the world, and he free soloed it, which is just crazy. I'll be honest. When I was watching this, I'm like, I bet this isn't even like the difficulty isn't that high. What makes it hard is that he's going up 101 floors. So it's that movement over and over again. Like if you've ever lifted weights and you go to failure on any one exercise, like that's kind of what this was. It might be a little bit of a stretch, but that's basically the analogy that they kind of talked about. Like he's doing it over and over again all the way up, and then there's some stuff like it gets harder on the way up. So if you get that you get that pump going, that's making it harder, and then you've got these like negative angles that you've got to climb up. Craziness. Very impressive. Even though I knew that he made it up, it was still pretty cool. Other than that, what else? I guess we caught up on Fallout. Have you started that yet?
I've seen the first season, and
Okay.
I think I'm just waiting for the shows I want to watch that just like have it finish up, so I could just binge it. But I've just been too busy doing other things to dedicate myself to a TV show.
So
But Fallout, like I said, I liked the first season, so I will be watching the second season.
Yeah, so I think they're, where are we at here? Seven episodes in, so you could
7 into season 2.
Yeah.
I could do that. Here's the thing though. So Amazon Prime Video, I'm gonna have that regardless because it's not an additional, streaming fee that I pay for, like
Right.
the
Yeah.
Hulu or HBO Max or Disney Plus, or
Unless you want to go ad free.
who knows, Peacock, and the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
So I can kind of push to the bottom of my backlog if I want to pay for, or if I want to watch things on Disney Plus or HBO Max or what's the other one? Hulu. Yeah, Hulu.
Yep.
So that's kind of like I'm gonna watch it, but I just don't know when I'm gonna be watching it.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Unfortunately, the Bears lost their assistant GM to the Falcons. Not really sure how that worked out. I know, what's his name? Graham from Bears Chat. What is it? Bears Chat Sports or whatever. He was pretty upset about it. And I was kind of trying to listen to him while working, so I didn't quite get exactly why. But he feels like the Bears got kind of screwed in that whole deal. You're on mute.
Oh yeah, I did catch up on that because I subscribe to all that on YouTube also. So there's a lot of shits coming out for the Bears and for Ohio State. I'm kind of looking for like a consolidated video. It's going to give me everything I need to know. Because some of it's going to be a little fluff, a little garbage material, like talking about the Bears relocating to West Indiana.
Yeah.
So I kind of see when the subject matter is that, and I just say, let's just. I don't need that consuming my brain right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of very clickbaity.
Well,
at least I hope it's clickbaity.
I don't really want to get on the negative side of that, but it is a good opportunity for him. So congratulations to our former assistant GM. Upside, D Rose immortalized in Chicago. They retired his jersey number. So number 1 will be hanging in the rafters with Michael Jordan. I think Scottie Pippen's up there too. And so he's immortalized as a Bull forever. So that was kind of cool. And Super Bowl 60 is set. Seahawks versus the Patriots. Going back to, what year was it when they should have just handed the ball out to Marshawn? To beast mode and let him run
14
it in.
or 15 or 13, I don't know.
Yeah, instead they threw a fucking interception. And let Bill Belichick and Tom Brady get away with one.
I'll say this. I wish we would have the Bears would have drafted Drake May.
I don't 100% disagree with you. I like the way I'm coming around still. I am coming around on Caleb. Like, he's showing some shit.
Come
Like,
around him if he plays 3/4 of crap and then
that's
has an
why I'm
amazing
not
fourth
all the way
quarter.
there yet. I need him to play 4 quarters, and he did against the Rams. In all fairness, he played 4 quarters against the Rams. He still needs to put a more complete game together for me to truly believe. Like, he's got the talent. He's got the abilities, but yeah, I needed to show up in quarter one, or at least in the first half, and then keep the pedal to the metal all the way to the end. Like, we need to start I want to see him put some teams away, like, convincingly.
Yeah, we didn't have this year except Dallas. The first.
And Philly. Well, I mean, it was a close game, but like, it was close for 4 quarters. Like, we were good all the way through the game.
It's more about the consistency of them. Like, Dallas was the one. Dallas was the game where I said,
stuck on.
You know what? We got a team.
Clutch is cool. But to have to do it every single week, like, it caught up to us.
Consistency is better than clutch.
When you're consistent, you don't. Clutch is great, but clutch is greater when you don't have to do it every single week, you know? And it caught up. I mean, he was clutch against the Rams, but it just wasn't enough. And by the way, he also threw the interception that ended the game. So, but anyway, Super Bowl 60 set, Seahawks versus Patriots, which is going to bring about the already, like, abundant conversation around the Bill Belichick snub.
Oh,
he's not a first
ballot. Talked about this in the gym earlier, a couple days ago.
Yeah, and a lot of people are speaking out about it. I'll be honest, I was never a Tom Brady fan or Bill Belichick fan or a Patriots fan. However, I do know what he accomplished. You know, I have a pretty good idea of what he accomplished, and yeah, I think he kind of got screwed. I think I'm on the side of, I can't believe he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer with what he's accomplished. He's arguably the greatest coach in NFL history, and didn't get in on the first ballot. So I think I'm with all the analysts that are saying that, and the players and coaches that are saying that it's tainted the process that they have in place to elect people into the Hall of Fame. Now,
this came up when I was at the gym. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. With we're kind of a little frat house, gym rats there. But I did read somewhere that the people that were voting this in, as far as who gets accepted or not, I think a lot of them already thought that their other cohorts would be voting in the way of swaying Belichick to get in. So they decided to use their vote to select someone else. I don't know who else was on the ballots, but I think they just all assumed that he's already a shoo-in, so I'm going to use my vote to get some other one else in.
I kind of heard that too, but, you know, let's face it, when you look at it that way, well, they didn't do their jobs right, because you're supposed to elect the person that deserves it the most, regardless of how you think everybody else is voting, right? So they fucked it up. Now, I did watch a clip from Colin Cowherd's podcast, and he brought up an interesting point. He did say that he would have, if he would have had a vote, he would have voted for Belichick to get in. But he also did point out that coaches I think this is like the first year that coaches don't have to wait 5 years to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. And in addition to that, Joe Gibbs, what's his name? Walsh that coached the 49ers and Joe Montana. I don't know if Don Shula was. Vince Lombardi. Those three coaches did not get into the Hall of Fame on their first ballot. So there is something to be said about that. However, again, as much as I don't like him, Bill Belichick is arguably the greatest coach in NFL history. So in this day and age, for him to not get in on the first ballot is, I think it's pretty shameful, to be honest. And I don't like him. I do not like Bill Belichick. I think it's funny.
We talked about like
for like Spygate and Deflategate, but they had their chance to punish him for that. You can't punish him now because you let him get away with it. So now you have to go off of what was accomplished, and I don't know. I think it's, and also like Jimmy Johnson was very outspoken, saying, Spygate, like everybody was doing that. So
we talked a little bit earlier about in my Nobody Wants This segment about me talking to a girl at a bar that I decided was way too young. Bill Belichick and I are not the same. Gotta say it. I think the girl that I was talking to on Saturday night is younger than Bill Belichick's girlfriend, but not by more than 3 years.
Not by much.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still older than Bill Belichick's girlfriend, and Bill Belichick is older than
Bill Belichick could be like my grandfather.
Almost. Yeah. So,
anyways,
good on him, man. Good on you, Bill. Like that's not why I'm not a fan of you. Like, do your thing. Do your thing, pimp. Just, I mean, don't ring it up. Don't marry her. Don't put a ring on it. Or having a fucking ironclad fucking prenup before you do. But yeah, I mean, man, it's tough because I don't like Bill Belichick, but
he should be in there. I know he should be in there.
Yeah, he absolutely, like, if any coach should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, and if they're punishing him for, so I think. Did Coward? I think a few people brought it up. Like, if they're punishing him for like Spygate and Deflategate, what happens when Tom Brady's eligible? Like,
he's gonna get in regardless.
Are you really not gonna fucking keep? Are you not gonna let him into the Hall of Fame because, like, for all his great years, like the two incidents that might have tarnished it a little bit, and quite frankly, like Deflategate. Okay, but I don't. Whatever. And I don't like Tom Brady. I've never liked Tom Brady because he went to Michigan and then he went to New England, and I hated both teams. He's the greatest of all time. How are you going to not elect him into the Hall of Fame? Of course, after this debacle, I don't think there's a chance of that happening because everybody wants to know exactly who cast votes and how they voted. And I guarantee that entire group of voters, regardless of why they didn't vote, like, does not want it getting out that they didn't vote for Belichick to get into the Hall of Fame. Because if it is true that they thought he was just a shoo-in, so they were trying to, like, up the chances for somebody else, well, they fucked it up. Which means they collectively, as a group, fucked this up. And I'm curious. I mean, it's so loud. I'm curious if the NFL does anything about it. There's also I did hear one suggestion that like the owner of the Patriots, Kraft, is going into the Hall of Fame also, and may have had some influence and didn't want to go in the same at the same time as Belichick because he didn't want any of the spotlight to be taken off of him. You know what I mean?
That sounds like the Patriots.
Yep. But if that's the case, then that's kind of fucked too. I mean, nobody likes the owners from the fan perspective. Like, you have to tolerate the owners because that's the money, but Belichick deserved to be a first ballot. Like, no question. From plenty of us that weren't ever fans of him or Tom Brady or the Patriots. So, I mean, they were effectively the evil empire of the NFL. So, but yeah, Coach Belichick, never liked you, but I respect what you accomplished, and I wholeheartedly believe that you should have been elected into the Hall of Fame on this first ballot, regardless of what changed. Whether this is the first year that you were eligible after 1 year, or if it was 5 years before, whatever. Should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, the thing is, it's not like there were other coaches that they voted in because the voters thought they deserved it more. And even if there was, that wouldn't be the case. So kind of weird. But anyway, I digress. Yeah. I think that's what I've got, man. You got anything else for what you're watching?
Man, all the movies on my list, I did not tackle at all. I want to watch Black Phone 2 on Peacock.
What's it called?
Black Phone 2. Actually, I'm not as into that one. It's kind of like the bottom of my list because I feel like Black Phone 1 was awesome, but there's really not a lot of room for a sequel. And then when I saw the trailer for the sequel, it was not the direction I wanted to go with it. It's like I said, the first one was kind of like I feel like in my mind it's very all in one. This is a one movie type story, and that's it. After that, the story's over. Man, what else is on Peacock? I want him as number one on my list because it's a Jordan Peele movie on Peacock right now. Right now, I'm paying for Peacock, so it should end soon. But that's one of the movies I want to take a look at because it has. Well, it's Jordan Peele, so it's gonna be kind of horror, but kind of weird. But it's one of those movies that you kind of have to see because it comes up in conversation.
Sure.
And since fucking I don't know how many months this movie's been out on Netflix, but the newer Knives Out movie, which I've mentioned before, is that it's kind of like I heard it's good. It's top of my list, but then other stuff gets packed on, and life happens.
They're definitely all entertaining. You just remind me. I need to look up the first Knives Out movie because that's one we haven't seen.
Oh, it's called Knives Out.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no other title. It's just Knives Out.
Yeah. The one that we started watching that we haven't finished yet is there's two things. Well, the one we started that we haven't finished yet is this one. Hang on. Dang it. Why does it keep doing that? This documentary about the Elizabeth Smart story. Remember her? She got kidnapped from her bedroom, and everybody thought it was her parents or her dad, and
nope.
It ended up being the gardener or something.
Oh, so no, I'm not familiar with it.
We need to finish that one. We started that one. It might have been last night, and then the other one that we were talking about watching is The Rip. It's Ben Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck, yeah.
Matt Damon.
I've been hearing stuff I know there's hype around it. I'm not 100% certain on what that hype is, but they were on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I wanted to watch it, but I just can't fit. 3 hours of that into
Yeah.
my schedule.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to do like little pieces here and there, but
I think
I'm
we might try
interested
and
in
watch
it.
it this weekend.
It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yep. That's why I want to watch it, because it's like, oh, if they're teaming up, I have to watch it. Gotta watch it. I'm waiting for a few things to come out on streaming, which is Greenland 2. And Anaconda looks pretty funny.
Hitting soon.
Huh?
That's Prime Video, right? For Greenland 2?
Yeah, but you have to pay for it still.
Oh, shit. So it's
I'm
not actually
assuming,
Prime
I guess.
Video.
Let me see here. Yeah, you can rent it. Rent it for $20? Yeah, not doing that.
That's like going to the fucking movie theater.
Might as well. Yeah, I'd rather just go to the movie theater. Anaconda looks pretty funny. I do want to watch that when it's out on streaming. I didn't even know there was a Zootopia 2.
I don't think I saw Zootopia 1.
You should. I'll be honest. Like,
is that Disney?
No,
not Disney.
It's
okay.
not.
Well,
I think it's Pixar, maybe.
Well, Pixar is Disney, so that means it'd be on Disney
or
Plus.
whatever. Like split off from. I don't know. I can't remember. The reason I ever saw it was because I was dating somebody with a daughter at the time. And I was just like, I remember watching, being like, Jesus, this is a very adult movie. Like, the humor in it is very adult. Like, it was pretty funny, but I was like, damn, this does not seem like a kid's movie outside of it being animated. But if you watch Zootopia 1, I feel like you find it pretty entertaining and pretty funny. But yeah. I keep seeing previews for this one too, David, but it looks a little religious to me. For me.
Yeah, I kind of like those, but I do have a limitation. I have a threshold where it's like, that's a little too biblically, kind of too, I don't want to say propaganda, but just too bleep, bleep.
For me, it might be something I'd have to watch by myself anyway, because I have a wife that tends to be kind of anti-religion, not because of the beliefs, but because of the corruption.
Oh, yeah, that's there too.
Corruption and kind of the, in some sense, like brainwashing, and how a lot of religions are formed that are actually just cults. So, but yeah, I don't know if I'll watch that one, but we'll see. But yeah, I think the Rip. I think we're gonna finish the.
How many episodes is that?
Watch the Rip. The Rip?
Yeah,
it's a movie.
Oh, why did I think it was a fucking TV show? God damn.
It's a movie. Hour 55. So
I don't even know what it's about, but given I know who's in it, involved with it, it's on the list.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in. Well, no, it's just Miami Cops. I'll be honest, I haven't read anything about it. I just, because of who it's in it, I assumed it was in Boston, but I am wrong. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, I am sniffling quite a bit, so I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. Before we get into,
you want to know what I've been watching?
I thought we were talking about it. Yeah, go ahead. Bring up what you've been watching. I thought we were kind of talking in conjunction. My bad.
That's all good. Movie wise, I think I mentioned before, I did not touch any of the movies I've been wanting to watch, so that's kind of thrown out the door. But I'll just stick to shows. And on Netflix, there's a new season of The Walking Dead spinoff called Dead City Season 2. I started watching the first episode. I didn't finish it just because of, I think, time constraints, because I wanted to get to bed. I wanted to actually try to get to sleep. So I got, I think, like halfway into the first episode. So I can't really judge it yet, but I will be continuing on with that.
Right on.
If you have a subscription to Peacock and happen to be a fan of The Office. So kind of narrowing down like the audience wise here. So they've been releasing over the past few years of course they have The Office, the entire, all the seasons, but then they also have what they call, super fan episodes. They re-edit in some deleted scenes or something else that could really contribute to the story. They've been doing that for the past, since Peacock existed. So the past, I don't know, 5 years. I don't know how long Peacock's been around. But Peacock did just release the super fan episodes of the final season of The Office. So I will be watching that. I don't know when I'll be watching that, but it's definitely going to be close to the top of my list as far as TV shows that I'll be watching. Outside of the whole movie section, the TV show section, I've always been a fan of watching stand-up comedy. The Burt Kreitzers, the Joe Rogan, the Thomas Segura's, Joe Coy, whoever. And over the past few years, I did kind of step away from that, so I missed a lot of specials that some of my favorite comedians have released. And one of them is Burt Kreischer. Burt Kreischer, man, drugs. The Burt Kreischer, and he's one of my favorite comedians for the past, I don't know how many years. And I realized that he had 2 specials come out since I last saw one. So when it came out in 2023, called Razzle Dazzle. When it came out in 2025, called Lucky. I blew through that shit last weekend because
really?
I love Burt Kreischer. I love Burt Kreischer. I'll just say that much. And I say that both of them are fantastic. Lucky does get a little emotional at one point because he talks about, no spoiler. All right, I can't say what he talks about, but there's a spoiler if I say it. But Razzle Dazzle came out in 2023. Lucky
he takes his shirt off, right? Like
he takes his shirt off at the fucking start.
Gut.
That's all. Yeah, he just walks in, takes his shirt off, throws it away, and goes, "All right, now we can start." In both specials. So I fucking enjoyed it. I love Burt Kreischer. I love what he did in fucking 3 years ago. We did last year. So very very pleased with the time I contributed to that type of content.
Speaking of comedy, speaking of not Joe Coy, but a Filipino comedian, I just remembered that Star Search is on Netflix.
I did see that,
and I don't know if you know what's his name. Gosh dang it! Now I can't think of his name.
Is it Seacrest again?
I don't know, but there's a Filipino comedian that's. I thought I saw a clip of him on there. De Guzman. Gosh, what the fuck is his name? Why can I not think of it? Oh, can't type. Can't. Gerard de Guzman. Do you ever see him? Like see his clips on Instagram or anything, or Facebook?
Probably, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
He's pretty funny. I thought I saw a clip of him on there. I think it was Star Search, so I might actually look for that at some point too. Which, looking at it, looks like there's 4 episodes there. So I don't know which episode he's in. That was like literally just this week that I saw it. So that's the only reason I even remembered that Star Search was coming out with something on Netflix.
Yeah, I have no interest in that. My backlog of videos is already too high.
I think I just want to see his performance. I don't really care about the competition. I just like Gerard de Guzman. I think he's pretty funny. He does a lot of like Filipino humor too, so I think that's kind of what I like too. But anyway, enough of that. I think we're gonna start closing out so everybody can stop listening to me sniffle more and more and more. But yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. If you wouldn't mind helping us out, we'd love it if you would, leave a comment like the episode, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, or give us your ideas on an email at gagepodcast@gmail.com. All right, let's do it. Let's get into our closing thoughts. What you got, Alex?
This may be distasteful. But God, it is getting fucking hot out here in SoCal. You'll get a tan. It's going to be pushing 80 degrees tomorrow. I can't explain it. Well, it's typical in January where it starts off cold, like upper 40s, even 50s, and for some reason it just goes into mid to high 70s, almost low 80s. It's like, yeah, that's the way it is here. Anyways, while it's on the good side, get out there, get some fresh air, and get a tan.
Amen. Amen. Outside here in the Midwest, it's fucking cold, so stay warm, stay healthy, take your vitamins, take your vitamin C, keep that immune system up.
Dude, I take vitamin C out here because people will be sick in the office.
Yeah.
COVID is year round. It's not like a flu season. It's all year round is COVID season.
Yeah. I've been taking extra vitamin C lately. You know, do your job the right way. Don't just assume something and do something else, because you got to think of the risks. And I don't like Bill Belichick, but he got screwed over, and it sounds like it may have been because people thought everybody else was doing their job for them, so they did something else. Do your job the right way. It's not hard. Just do it the right way. That way, if you do it the right way, then the wrong people won't get screwed over. That's my closing thought. All right, guys. I think that's a wrap on that one. Let me find our other stuff so we can get on out of here. There it is. All right. Let's get this music going so we can wrap this up. Hey, thanks again for joining us. This has been another episode of the GAJ Podcast. Yeah. Oh, shit. Alex is getting naked. All right. We'll see you guys later. Adios, everybody.